Well, it's been quite a bit of work taking these side rails and all this apart, stripping it of the old varnish, getting it sanded down to nice fresh looking wood, and then bringing it back up again using, first of all, treating it for anti-rot agent using a borate powder, borate mixture, and then sanding it down, putting on the Gleam Total Boat spar varnish, and there we are with the brushing thinner, coat after sanding after coat, to protect it, but also to get it looking good. And I think the side frames are starting to look pretty nice on the car. And there you can kind of see the finish on one side here, looking pretty good. There's some of the interior pieces there. And we'll move around and take a look at the other side here. Again, looking pretty nice. And there's my nice rails. And I'm pretty happy with the way this has all come out. And now there's still more varnishing to do. There's some interior pieces and things like that, but I think this has come out pretty nice looking, pretty nice smooth finish. And I'm kind of going to be ready to start putting the aluminum panels onto these things and getting them on the car. So a lot of products, a lot of elbow grease and time spent, but I'm pretty happy with how things have come out here. Now, before I start putting the metal plates on here, what I did is I made sure that the wooden frame fit onto the bodywork, and that it fit into here, so that I knew that everything went together. And so I fitted along here, and made sure that it fit up on here, on the post on the car. So everything looked pretty good there, and so once I knew that fit pretty well, I decided, okay, I'm going to put the metal plates on, and probably the rear wing or the rear fender, and then mount the whole thing. Okay, so I'm being careful that this is pushed up tight against the wood there, make a nice bead, and that I'm not going to be putting this staple through the wood and into coming out the front side of the car. So that's what I'm doing here. There we go. Okay, so what I'm trying here, before I put the metal plate in, is to use a product called Cord Caulk. It's a weather seal. Remains flexible, easy to apply. It comes in a cord, and I think it's somewhat similar to the product that they used to use back in the day. Morris Minor, reconstructions and restorations at the old Morris Minor place in Bath, which was called Caulk and Seal or something, which you could get in the UK. I have never seen it here, and so I'm going to try this out and see how that works. Could use a caulking gun, but then you get stuff that comes out all over the panels and all that sort of thing, and eventually dries. This is a product that remains soft and flexible, and it's very easy to apply. So we'll see how it works. For getting some of the screws down tight and pressing the caulking, I found, rather than a C-clamp, one of these adjustable clamps put right on the edge, not towards the center where it's going to deform this, but right by where the screw's going to go in. Helped me to push that down, and so I could tighten up the screw and keep the aluminum panel tight against the wood. So I found that pretty useful, and I've got a piece of wood underneath here, so I'm not damaging the outside of the wood frame. Now again, to get this back panel nice and tight here, I've got a piece of wood underneath here to protect the finish on the side frame, and I'm using this adjustable clamp to really bring it down, and then work my way along the panel and tighten the screws so I get a really tight fit underneath here. So tightening up that clamp here really helps me push this down so I can really get it tight against that waist rail. And again, water is what kills these cars. And getting water inside there, you want it as tight and as sealed as possible. Well, this is the bottom foot rail. I used 2 clamps on here. Here's one still attached to put in screws here and clamp that down really tight. I did put a couple screws in just to kind of hold things in place, so I kept things all squared up when I compress this down to get that curve that happens. Okay, I've been kind of agonizing about the caulking and the strip between the wood and the blue. You got to have that. You can't just have the wood up against there. Water will get in like crazy. I'm not crazy about putting black down there, and so I thought this dark gray would look pretty good. However, the caulking is much lighter and it almost looks like I put a white pinstripe here. And so I've been looking at it and I just don't like it. It's just too much. It's unfortunate because I've got all the panels in place, but I kind of really needed to see it. And it's just not what I want to have down there. And obviously you can't change this out once the panels are on the car because you can't get the aluminum plates off. It's a pain in the butt to do it right now, but I think I'm going to change this out for a different type of a caulking. And you can then see what you think when I do that. Having the electric screwdriver does speed this up a lot, but there's a lot of things that have to be taken off to replace the caulking, including that top rail, which I've already got out. Oh, pretty quick to get this all out, and then I just pried this up slightly to break the seal with the caulking that I had used, which was supposed to be a darker gray. It's just too light for me, and I'm going to take that off and replace it with one that actually is going to match the wood. And the nice thing is that with this kind of caulking strip, it's pretty easy to get it off. So get a clean job getting it off. And once it's down, it's waterproof and it remains somewhat pliable. So it won't dry out and open up cracks. But I'll use the same formulation of a product, but I'm going to use one in a brownie tan color that will, I think, look better. As I said, this was supposed to be dark gray, but it looks almost white when you see it against the blue. Okay, so what I'm going to use is, again, a caulking cord, a caulk and seal type cord, but this one is a brown color. And so I'm kind of going intermediate between the black and that sort of gray, which ended up looking very white. And this should blend in a little bit better. So we'll see how this looks. Okay, so I put the new caulk and seal stuff on, replace the old white looking stuff, which was supposed to be dark gray, with this sort of brown. And I think that's going to look a lot better with the wood. And again, I just didn't like the way the black looked, so we'll see how this comes out. Okay, so here's one side done with the panels. All I'm going to tell you is don't underestimate how long this is going to take, even just putting these things into place. To do it right, get it tight, it takes time. Now, these were a little bit thicker, so I certainly didn't have any issues in terms of deformation of the panels or putting creases in them or anything like that. They look absolutely gorgeous in there, and the color is just fantastic. So if I can do as well on the other side, I'm going to be very, very happy. But again, this took a lot longer than I had sort of thought, just to work along there and make sure those seams are really, really tight, clean up any of the caulking, and there it is. But oh my gosh, does that color look fantastic with the ash wood. I'm really, really pleased. Okay, so here's the second panel done. And I think, again, the caulking just came out beautifully. You can hardly see it at all in there. The foot piece fit in very nicely indeed. You can see it right down there. Nice bends on everything. I'm very, very pleased with how this came out, and I'm super, super pleased with the way that this blue looks with the ash wood.